Let's do it.
Slab of Reminiscence activated.
Early commanders. After commanding the Wasteland Army in the war, the one-time head of Lamar's forces has set the remaining principal of Thor's branch campus. To the end, she found herself poring over reams of paperwork. There, I suppose it's about time for a break. When I first took this position, I never thought I'd stick with it. But thinking about the changing landscape of the continent, there is a great significance behind staying here. I never plan on going back to the provincial army anyway. I need to put for all into the being the principal for Lady Millie as well. The main campus is going to see major changes, as the branch campus is going to expand in scope. In addition to a reshuffling of the teaching staff, more hands will be brought on board and the number of students will increase greatly. For now, it looks like I will be in charge of the arts. Instructor Mary and I will have to coordinate not to just when it comes to class, but just as club. If I remember correctly, she currently back home taking some time off. I remember when she came to me to talk about her romantic woes. It was the farewell party the night before Battle of Sugarman, and I believe Wolsen was there as well. Speak of the devil. It's me. Well, what's up? I see. Understood. Well, now it should be fun. For you or for me? There you are, Mary. I'm sorry for asking you here during such a busy time of the school year. I haven't caused you to use up some of your valuable vacation time. It's perfectly alright. I managed to finish everything I needed to do. I'm thankful for the opportunity to take a break and come home for once. So what is it you want to speak with me about, Father? Well, you see, I'm happy that your care is going so well. However, I suppose there's no sense in beating around the bushes. What exactly is the status of your relationship with that man? Do you mean Makarov? Yeah, him. That scruffy-looking commoner with no sense for the fine arts. I learned you two had been seeing each other for over a year the night before the Great War started. It was still a phone call, but I could tell from speaking with him that night he's a strong-willed sort of man. He is even Professor Schweizen's second disciple. However, what exactly has he done in the years since? He's still yet to give you a formal proposal or buy you a ring. Yes, but I thought you accepted this explanation when we came to visit. You mean after the war? To be frank, Professor Sweet still has yet to recognize me any of the results I pursued thus far. Until that happens, I won't feel as though I have earned my keep as a professional researcher. Once I accomplish that, then and only then I'll be ready to settle down with Mary. So please, I ask that you remain patient for a little while longer. I just need a bit more time. His words were quite impactful, but they lack convincing. To make matters worse, I haven't heard a single word from him since. Just what are the results he spoke of? Isn't he an instructor first and foremost, like yourself? I assure you he has his reasons. Even if you all people find that hard to believe. Enough, I'd rather move on from discussing him. I summon you here today to talk about something else entirely. You have a marriage interview. Oh my god. Pardon? What in the world are you talking about? I respect the feeling you hold for that man. However, I can tell how unsatisfied his hesitance has left you. You say he has his reason, but not even you understand what the reason he's searching for you. No, not special, but he still has my support regardless. That may be, but I can't simply stay by and let you wallow in suspense like this. As for this interview, someone very respected was willing to arrange this meeting. It will reflect poorly on our house should you refuse to go through with it now. It's scheduled for tomorrow. I can expect you to be there, yes? It's all of a sudden. You put me into a position where I can't refuse. Let me be clear. I'm not forcing you to marry this person. I simply want you to keep your options open. As they say, experience is everything in life. As for who is the suitor is, I'll leave that as a surprise. His character is even higher than his social standing, I assure you. That is all. I suggest you get a good night rest ahead of tomorrow. Father, we are not done talking. I say that's all. Fine. Please excuse me. So that's what this is all about. It's my fault that it's come to this. Please don't blame yourself. I'll be fine. My father said he wasn't going to force anything on me, so he should still respect my decision. Really? Well, that's a relief at least. So does that mean you were at least a little concerned about losing me? A little? More like, Still, you won't have to go through this if I were just a little more reliable. That's not how I see you at all. You're working as hard as you can. That's something to be admired. Not getting those results for the old man is just a matter of pride. I'm not gonna be the man I ought to be until the job is done. They say I'm the stubborn old God's second disciple, but I left the institution without presenting a capstone project. Just look at everything George and Tita have already accomplished at their age. Compared to them, I'm pathetic. Makarov. So, will you happen to be at the branch campus research building again today? Yeah, and Hell Keep is here, and that makes for the perfect testing ground. The main campus is no slouch, but this sort of professor's home store, I suppose it will be. I'll take the details of your project as still confidential then. Yeah, sorry about that. It's all about stay on the wraps until it's complete. I promise you will be the first one to know once that old man's satisfied. And once that's done, I'll be paying your father another visit. You don't have to worry about that. My father may be impatient, but I'm not in a rush. Take your time. It's getting late, so I should go. Please try not to rush to push yourself too hard. I won't. I have only got one class tomorrow, so I was thinking of pulling on all-nighter. But just for you, I'll take it easy. Talk to you soon. He's neck deep in his research as ever. Makarov tries to hide it, but I can tell how concerned he is about me. It would be selfish to ask for more than that. But just once I wish he said he was going to come rushing onto my side. No, this only goes to show how much faith he has in me. I need to show the same faith in me. I'll have to politely turn down whatever suite our father has arranged for tomorrow. And so the day of the arrangement meeting arrived. Much to everyone's surprise, the mediator-suited event was none other than the ruler of the Foward province, Marquis Yarms. However, the arrangement partners Mary was to meet came as an even greater surprise. Brigadier General Walls. Excuse me, you were recently promoted to Major General, as I recall. It's fine, I won't expect you to call me by my rank anyway. I believe the last time we saw each other was the evening before the Great War. Yes, I believe so. It's good to see you again. But there hasn't been some sort of mistake, has there? Don't be rude, Mary. Please forgive my daughter's behavior, your lordship, Major General. It's alright, her surprise is understandable. Major General Bardias has quite the reputation in the Sutherland, but he's hardly known as a lady's hand. He's been approached about potential partners for marriage before, but he's never accepted even once. It's as the Marquis says, this is my first time meeting with a partner for an arrangement marriage. That's because I have never felt anything toward potential suitors until now. Though I have only met Lady Mary once before, I can somewhat of a secret admirer of hers. What sort of man could I be if I left an opportunity like this pass me by? I had to accept. Did you feel that way about me, Lord Wallace? Well then, I'm be happy that my daughter won the Hey, calm down, dude. Father. I recall speaking with Lord Wallace and Lady Aurelia about my romantic trouble the night of that party. He should know how I feel, so why is he doing? In that case, I imagine things should go quite smoothly. Yeah, so it seems. For crowd wants, you say? Why don't we give them some privacy? Take as long as you need, you two. House Athelian and House Bardias are among the most distinguished families in the Sutherland. It was my pleasure to serve as a mediator. I'll be expecting good news. I'll do what I can. So Sandarku truly is a wonderful and charming city, don't you think? Before it was the chalk color it is today, it was the shining white beacon that served as the capital following the calamity of the Dark Ages. And once peace returned, it became the home of Erebonian's renaissance of the fine arts. Correct, it's said that the Sutherland's warmer climate played a hand in sparkling people's interest and desire for the arts. That's how House Althane came to own several works of art from the area of the old capital. What about your house, Lord Wallace? Well, House Wardias planted its root in the Arabonians after the War of the Lions, so it has a lot of heirlooms from that area. Still, I have always been fond of painting and music personally. That part of what draws me to you as a teacher of the arts. You don't say. That's very flattering. How about I buy you some drinks, then we can sit at one of those benches and chat some more. Well, alright. It's not quite the same as resting at a cafe, but it sounds delightful. I never thought of it that way. I just saw my own personal interpretation. Let's say I didn't take you for the type to have such a deep knowledge of arts. I'm truly impressed. Maybe so, but I could never compare you. Your wisdom of the field goes far beyond your eyes as an instructor. Please, you flatter me. I have to admit that I didn't expect to have such a lively conversation with you about the arts. Do you have a conversation like this with Lady Aurelia often? Well, I'd be lying if I say we haven't had our share of meaningful conversation. Though we haven't had the time to talk together like this in some time. My apologies for bringing this up so soonly, Lady Mary. But we truly shocked when you realized I was the one here for you today. Yes, but you don't have to apologize. The way I responded back at the estate was unbecoming. I'm sorry for that. I believe I've fully gathered my thoughts on the situation now, and I better understand your true intention. Do you now? I haven't forgot the advice you gave me on matters of the heart during the send-off party before the war. If I had to guess, you're doing this to help my family retain its respect. You took this meeting you knowing full well now how it will end, didn't you? I'm truly sorry for getting you involved in House Altim's internal matters. Not at all. I believe there has been a fundamental misunderstanding between us. There was? I spoke the truth when I say that I was quite fond of you. Did you think those weren't my true feelings? Pardon? I'm well aware how you feel toward Makarov. Given that, it may be uncouth of me that confess my feeling to you now of all times. Though just the same as him, I'm at the age where time is a start to seriously consider marriage, even if there's an obstacle in my way. It's only natural I give an earnest attempt to pursue someone who will give me a good fit as a partner. And that someone is me? Yes, and it all started on the night of that party. I saw how wholeheartedly and loyal you care for Makarov. Rational as it may be, that drew me to you. So much that I quickly grew to resent him for making you waiting like you'd have. I couldn't help but think that I will never treat you that way. I'm aware that confessing these feelings now will only increase the burden that's weighed on you. But I can't simply give up. I'm a stubborn man who let this pride get in the way. I'm sorry, Lady Mary. I can only imagine how confusing this must be for you. Nevertheless, I want you to understand that my feelings are genuine. Is he serious? But if you still don't believe me, then there's somewhere I'd like to have you accompany me. Would you do the honor? You were referring to Charlie's boutique? But why here? Because there's something I'd like to get for you, if that's alright. Consider it a testament to just how sincere my feelings are. I don't know what to say to that. I can't possibly reciprocate even if your feelings are sincere. Makarov is the one as I say, I'm well aware that I'm doing is rather unrefined and possible even unreasonable. All I ask is that you hear me out. I get the sense there is something about your and Makarov relationship that is still in doubt. That's because it's not necessarily wrong. Father has picked up on that too. That's why he's being so concerned. That look on your face tells me you are aware of this as well. All the more reason I can't simply back down. What's this? I know. Okay, you scared me. I thought it was a ring that he was saying. But I hope you can accept this. Is this a margarita corsage? That's right. In the language of flowers, the margarita means true love. It represents my feeling toward you. True love. I also ask that you consider social standing as two people that both comes from noble families. I'm only the son of a baron, but I do have accomplished military career under me. That seems to be enough to satisfy Count Althane. As soon as man, I am confident I can make you happy. Given the direction things have gone since the war, I suspect the next era will be trying one for the nobility. Our house could support one another through it if we were together. I suppose that's true. It's alright, I'm not asking for an immediate answer. My only hope for today was for us to get to know each other better and to give somebody present at the first date. I know how unreasonable it will be to me to expect an answer so soon. So I think we should end things here. I'll come for your answer tomorrow. I hope you'll think carefully about who the best partner you. Hey, let the girl have today. What? Tomorrow? Ain't nobody marrying you. Even if you are cool, I'm my uncle. How did it come to this? What do I tell Makarov? The best partner for me. How do I truly feel? Wait, he's helping her get her resolve 100%? And so the following day. It sounds I thought the two of you had quite a productive day yesterday. I understand you asked us here because there is something you want to say. What is it? Could it be that you have agreed to accept the Major General as a suitor? I'm ready for your answer if you are, Lady Mary. Very well. I spent all of last night giving serious consideration of my response. While I'm incredibly flattered and grateful for your feelings, Lord Wallens, I'm afraid I cannot return them. There you go! Are you certain? Yes, she's certain. Oh dear. May I ask why? It's rather simple. Because I'm in love with Makarov. You go, girl! Are you really? Yes. Please forgive me for being rude. But you are sure that love is real? Of course am I. In that case, could I ask you to explain your feeling to us? I need to hear ample reason why I could. Is he hiding somewhere? I get. Wait. I think he's hiding somewhere. He must be hiding somewhere, or somebody, or my mom is with the phone, something. Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know how to explain myself. Was starting at how Makarov and I first met suffice? Go on. This is a good opportunity for me to learn as well. Please continue, Mary. I was still a naive, sheltered girl when I was first herbied by Thors. I didn't know wherever I was cut out for teaching. My first days were full of some stumbles, and I felt as though I was always causing problems for my colleagues. I recall Makarov in particular being rather cold, having considered him frightening. But as we interacted more and more, I came to know his true character. Oh. Yes, at first glance he can seem softly and come across as aloof, but the truth was he was watching over me more than anyone else. Makarov was giving me help and advice in his own logical way. That isn't to say that he was giving me special treatment. He was simply who he was. And as the day passed, I began to respect him for it without even realizing. I even grew fond of the heartwarming relationship he held with his niece Mint. And then, after Civil War ended, my feelings became all clear to me. It wasn't just respect I felt toward him. Oh, isn't that something? But why him of all people? Father, does the 10 years age gap and difference in social standing bother you that much? I don't believe any of that matters when it comes to matters of the heart. Well,
I understand that I'm a sheltered woman who lacks enough life experience to lecture anyone on the matters of the heart. But I believe in my heart that my love for Makarov is true, and I wish to make our love come true. And so, I must apologize. Perhaps it would be better if we forgot this arrangement was ever proposed.
So that's how it is. I see how deep your feelings for Makarov run now.
Then, does that mean you...
You feel that strongly about him, Mary?
How could any of us deny it after hearing all that?
I would urge you not to be so hasty, Lady Mary.
that voice isn't. Hey, I was wondering where you were. Please pardon my intrusion, Lord Hiram's, Count Altheum. I understand an arrangement is being discussed today. It was only right for me to drop what I was doing to come straight here. Whatever do you mean? Are you saying you are in favor of this arrangement? You're like... That I am. But why? I cannot deny that your feelings for Makarov are genuine, Lady Mary. However, right, there is still the matter of how Makarov himself feels. I can recognize that you indeed love him, but what if that love is unrequited? His tone is so much more serious than before. I assure you that isn't that the case. I know that he feels the same about me. If that's the case, why isn't that you two haven't been seeing each other much as of late? Didn't he not leave you behind and take his research to the branch campus hangar? Yes, he has been in leaves. But that's because there is an important project Makarov has no choice but to finish. You don't sound very sure of yourself, Lady Mary. Again, I cannot deny that the two of you share a genuine bond. But could be the same not become true of yourself and Wallace? I've known this man since we were students and never once has he let me down. He has always met my expectation and lent his support as a noble, as a soldier, as a comrade. And if direct that loyalty to someone he loved, I have no doubt he will devote himself to them. He will never leave your side or keep you waiting. He will live up to your expectation and become better partner to you than Makarov ever could. Something tells me you suspect that as well. Even Con Le Guin recognized what kind of man the mayor is. Marie, I understand how sincere your feeling is. All I wait is to choose a partner who will prioritize your happiness above all else. That is my only wish as your father. I know, father, but I can't possibly change how I feel so easily. What can I say to them? Makarov,
Now hold your horses. If anybody's gonna be by Mary's side, it should be me.
Looks like we made it just in the nick of time. What a shame. I was hoping to see what would happen if it took you longer. You can be a really bully sometimes, you know what? What are these? Well. It looks splendid. Is these machines I've been hearing so much about? So new solvents you have been developing with the aid of Schweizer and the others, is it finished? Yeah, I haven't got Professor Swiss to acknowledge it as my camp store project. It'll still be a while before it's announced to the public, so keep this a secret. But now that it's done, there is nothing stopping me from standing by your side. Finally, a man worthy of you. Makarov. Worthy, eh? A little ironic, won't you say? Your project is what kept her waiting and led you to interrupting and arranging an arranged marriage proposal in the first place. I'm not going to make any excuses. What I do know is that I could never call myself a man again if I did not stop what was happening. I know I have asked some important things when it comes to a lot of things in life. I'm always shooting myself in the foot to be in with the research or Mary. But she loved me for who am I. And better yet, she's the most devoted person I ever met. And I'm not just talking about our relationship. Mary has everything I like, everything the other half I've been missing. She's also the most beautiful and charming woman I ever felt. Goodness, and all of that scared me, I doubted myself. I may be older than her, but I'm hardly any more experienced when it comes to love and all that. Do I ever deserve to be with her? More importantly, can I truly make her happy? When I hear about this sweeter business for a brief moment, I thought it was for the best. I simply lack confidence in myself. Deep down, I knew that producing results with my research was only an excuse. But now I have what it takes to harden my resolve. I'm not going to deceive Mary or myself anymore. I'm sorry, Major General, but I'm not letting you or anyone else have her. You go. I got a lot of uncle here. I don't care about our difference in social standing. how decorated you are, or if you are better suited for her than I am. Nothing's going to change how I feel about her. Macabre. You tell them. Tell them, you put it like that. If you feel that strongly about Lady Mary, then I humbly concede. That look in your eyes told me everything I need to know. I won't stand in your way. It was a very heartfelt speech. But are you sure it was what you want, Mary? I am, father. Oh my, that's all well and good well. But I do believe everyone gathered today to see a marriage be arranged. You won't want to disappoint them. If you are resolved, then why don't we make it official? What? I agree. I think that would be an entertaining way to close out the afternoon. What do you think, Lord Hiraman? Unquote Althame? But of course. Yes, I suppose there's nothing else to do at this point. You got this, Uncle Makarov.
I'm not a perfect man. I'm still immature in a lot of ways, and I know I can be a handful at times. But I know there's nothing we can't beat, so long as we hold on to the love we have for one another. You're someone I need in my life, Mary.
I thought they were just going to speak.
So, please, will you marry me?
Oh, Makarov! Of course I will. Nothing would make me happier.
You can put the ring on the head, on the ring on the finger. Really do appreciate your concern and help through all of this. Sorry about the fuss, your lordship. No need to apologize. I'm grateful I had the chance to see something so wonderful today. Don't mention it. Something tells me things will have worked out between you two even without the theatrics. Oh, and about the marker corsage I gave you yesterday? Consider it as an engagement gift for me to both of you. Aww. Lord Wallens, does that mean you planned for all of this from the beginning? Sheesh, how am I supposed to top that? I'm sure you will have plenty of opportunity. The general sure did make me for a ride though. Whatever do you mean? Wallens was the one who requested my help. But after reflecting on it, I thought it would be more interesting to set him up with you. And I won't mind arranging for it again, should Sir Makarov here fail to meet my expectation. I'll pass on incurring that wrath, thanks. You really are something else, you know that? Pardon me if I'm being too presumptuous, but perhaps it's time for you to take a step forward, so... You two won't have gotten together in the first place if it weren't for me. She's not wrong. I feel like I meant a lot for pushing us together for a few years ago. Sure, but don't go encouraging her. That slippery slope. But I guess I owe it to you for coming with me today. I meant it. That's more like it. If you are very welcome. Geez, so many times do I have to tell you to be more honest about your feelings. Don't let it go to your head, kid. Regardless, today has been a joyous day, won't you say? As long as you are here, could I interest you in joining us for dinner? We can begin the wedding planning over drinks. That sounds great. I'd be happy to. Should we be off then? People have a way of defying expectation, don't we? Lady Mary was certainly surprised, but I also didn't expect Sir Makarov to fight so valiantly. I know what you mean. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from him. Oh, from the sound of it, you were courting her with everything you had. I find it hard to believe it was all just a performance. Who can say? Anyway, Lady Aurelia, if you have some spare time, would you care to cross blade with me? After a practical duel, are you? It's been a while since we last did battle. Very well, on the condition that it being on horseback. Are you sure? Why not? I'm feeling nostalgic for the duel we had during our academy days. It's a memory that I could never... Do you really consider it a draw? I was the president of the riding club and you were a freshman first year. You may as well have won. Not at all. I've never been satisfied with that result. I know when to admit defeat. We really do have a phenomenal first year on our hands. To the victory goes the spoils. Since you won, you can make on one request of me as the club president. What do you desire? I don't believe this is to be true victory, though I will answer your question even if it was a draw. My goal is to demonstrate the potential of the sword, and to do so I am to become a comrade-in-chief of the swords itself. Should Adius allow to pass, then my wish is for you to support me as my right hand. That day really takes me back. In retrospect, that was probably where it all began. Why the smirk? It's nothing, just thinking this is a good opportunity. I'll face you with everything I have, so that this duel come out will be more to your liking. For you now, I should be the one telling you that.
I have no intention of losing here, Sir Wallace Bardius.
I can't remember the last time you were so formal to me. But enough talk. Prepare yourself, Aurelia Le Guin.